Ben Simmons is not happy in Philly, and the rumors keep on adding on that he really wants out. As we just passed the NBA mid-season and of course are entering the NBA trade deadline, Ben Simmons still remains as a top trade target player, and as of right now, there are multiple teams inquiring with Philly on the possibility of a potential trade. Daryl Morey, the general manager of the 76ers, has been very vocal, saying that if they do trade away Ben Simmons, there's actually a huge asking price. But I believe as the deadline quickly approaches, day by day, there will be a time where Daryl Morey has to step down from his trade value and of course end up trading Ben Simmons, as I do believe they don't want to waste a prime season for Joel Embiid. One of the biggest reports right now is that the 76ers are wasting a Joel Embiid year if they don't trade Ben Simmons. Joel Embiid right now is only 27 years old, and when talking about this season, he's putting up MVP numbers, averaging about 29 points and 10 rebounds a game, and of course averaging plus 30 points in the month of January. And with the Philadelphia 76ers this season without Ben Simmons in playoff contention and potentially in championship contention, they have to execute immediately during this year's NBA trade deadline, of course, to build a better team. So in this video, I want to focus on the 76ers trading away Ben Simmons. Whether it's during this year's NBA trade deadline or during this upcoming offseason, I do believe Ben Simmons, the next time he plays on the basketball floor, it's not going to be on the Philadelphia 76ers court. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. My name is Soom, and I make basketball videos every single day. So if you're new, be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. It would help out the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about the future of Ben. Ben Simmons has confidently said he wants to be traded, but this is a big time report right now that Ben Simmons, 76ers star, is skeptical of Daryl Morey's willingness to trade him. For those out there who don't know what skeptical means, what this is saying is that Ben Simmons is kind of worried that Daryl Morey will not end up trading him at all during this year's NBA offseason. And this is the big rumor and trade update we have so far, and it's that the 76ers prefer to wait on James Harden or other star in the offseason, because right now they feel during the NBA trade deadline, they don't value any other NBA trade target, such as John Collins, De'Aaron Fox, Jeremy Grant, as a viable and an equal star to Ben Simmons. They want to trade Ben Simmons for a bona fide star to accompany Joel Embiid in next year's championship run. This does go back in the conversation though, is if they don't make a trade, are they wasting a 27-year-old prime year for Joel Embiid? And if I'm going to give you my distinct and honest answer, 100% they are, because every single season, you don't want to tank. You don't want to do anything unless necessary negative. But of course, this season, Philly's doing well, so that's why trade Ben Simmons immediately for the best assets possible to make them better than they already are, which is definitely possible. To add more oil to the flame, as of right now, Ben Simmons still has claimed he's not going to return to play for the Philadelphia 76ers. Before he plays next, he has to be wearing a new jersey. And to be honest, right now the biggest rumor is that Ben Simmons has been fined over $19 million this season while sitting out amid the trade rumors. And honestly, some people are wondering why Ben Simmons is sitting out and are actually insulting him that he's making a bad decision to lose all this money. Ben Simmons said this to ESPN reporter Ramona the other day, that we don't care about the money. That's not what this is about. It's hard for people to understand, but if you believe in what you're doing and that this is not the right situation for you, and you're trying to get to a better place, the money doesn't matter. Obviously, it's a financial hit, but you adjust. And honestly, right now, Ben Simmons is simply proving why his actions are louder than words. He's willing to lose all this money because he's simply unhappy in Philly. A source close to Ben Simmons continued and said this: "It's easy to tell when someone is hurt when they have a cast on their arm, but this is mental health. You can't always see it, but ask yourself, how many people would lose $1 over this? That should tell you everything." As this source said, Ben Simmons is definitely going through something with his mental health, and of course we hope for the best for Ben. But to add more to the case that the 76ers and Ben are not getting along, a report says this: according to sources close to Simmons, he's upset that Embiid blamed him for last season's playoff loss, when Simmons did not blame Embiid for his poor showing against the Toronto Raptors in 2019. So honestly, I do believe there's more of an emotional factor, and of course Ben Simmons being unhappy, which is simply why he's willing to lose so much money and of course miss games. So in this video, I want to talk about a scenario where Ben Simmons gets traded to a team that I prefer, which is the Los Angeles Lakers. I believe Ben Simmons, joining LeBron James and Anthony Davis would be a spectacular move as he brings defense and of course a young attitude with so much potential. Ben Simmons, if he were to join LeBron in LA, I do believe they'll be a lot better than they are right now. If the Lakers want Ben Simmons, they're going to have to offer up this blockbuster deal, which is giving up Russell Westbrook, Talen Horton-Tucker, Kendrick Nunn, their 2027 first-round pick, in exchange for Ben Simmons, Danny Green, Gorgeous Niang, and Furkan Korkmaz. I believe this is the perfect deal, where the Lakers end up trading away Russell Westbrook, but get a caliber star and young potential player that could be a part of Anthony Davis's timeline in the future, and they could simply develop together. LeBron in the past has been very vocal on saying he has heavy interest in Ben Simmons, and right now in Ben's situation, I do believe the Lakers should try to do whatever they can to actually get him, even if it's to offer up Russell Westbrook. One of the biggest conversations this year is the possibility of Russell Westbrook leaving the Lakers, because ever since being traded there, they felt, and NBA fans and especially Laker fans have said that Russell Westbrook wasn't a good fit, and honestly is a big reason why their record is almost at 500 and not over. They're actually under sometimes, and a lot of the blame right now is being put towards Russell Westbrook. But I do believe overall, if a trade like this goes down, it will put some pressure off of Russell Westbrook as he goes to play with Embiid, a still competitive team in the Eastern Conference. But on the Lakers side, getting Ben Simmons that can guard all positions of the floor could simply take a lot of load off the Lakers' LeBron James and Anthony Davis, which I believe is necessary right now, especially when needing a third option. This trade scenario that you're seeing right now, I believe would be incredible for the NBA. It'll make the NBA shake and simply give both teams what they want. And if I'm going to be honest, on Philly's perspective, if they do this trade and basically trade away Ben Simmons, I do believe overall they'll be upgrading, because this season they haven't played without Ben Simmons, but they're still in playoff contention. So getting Russell Westbrook, of course when playing the right role, could elevate their standings to a whole nother level next year. Which goes back to the biggest Ben Simmons rumors. Apparently right now, Daryl Morey might be willing to wait during the offseason to trade Ben Simmons. And from what we're hearing, they are targeting James Harden of the Brooklyn Nets. This right now is the biggest deal, and I do want to talk about this in this video for sure. A big rumor we got recently is that the 76ers to wait on James Harden or other star in the offseason to make a Ben Simmons trade. Of course, the other mindset is that if they do wait so long, they might waste a prime Joel Embiid year. So that's the first step. James Harden has to simply be ready and excited to join a new team, and then of course opt out of his player contract and then do a sign and trade from the Brooklyn Nets to the 76ers. And if a sign and trade would come down during this upcoming offseason or even during this year's NBA trade deadline, it will be this blockbuster deal. It'll be the Brooklyn Nets offering up James Harden, Joe Harris, and Javon Carter in exchange for Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris. Of course, putting Tobias Harris in this deal, it's going to be tough for Philly fans to lose him, but of course you're getting a superstar top 5 player in the league of James Harden, which of course can run the offense alongside, you know who, alongside Joel Embiid. As of right now, Ben Simmons is heavily being linked to James Harden and the Philadelphia 76ers. But yes guys, this wraps up my video today talking about the possibility of Ben Simmons being traded to the Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets. What's most important to me is I want to know your thoughts. Where do you believe Ben Simmons should be traded to, and which team do you believe would have a beneficial fit if Ben Simmons were to join the team? Put your thoughts down in the comments below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Whoa!